Okay, so I really like the progress that you've been making. Um, I want to kind of move on to the next step and what I think would really help out your game. I drew a little box around your body here. This is a common practice whenever um, whenever giving lessons. I'm drawing here. It's tough to talk and type. It's called staying in the box. I may have mentioned it a little bit before, but I want to show you this sway in your swing. Red's not really a good color here. Let me use yellow. I want to show you this sway that I see going on in the backswing. See how your first move, you've done great holding this triangle. That looks really good. But our first move is so far on that right foot. All right, I want you to learn how to load on the inside of this foot right here. I want you to watch Tiger here. See how he's turning, but he's got a lot of weight right inside that foot there? And see how our first move is we're turning, but then swaying backwards. Okay? So everything that we've worked on so far to this point looks great. Now it's just tuning it up a little bit. Fixing that sway on our first move. And this is going to feel really weird to you at first, but I want you to work on feeling loading the inside of that leg right there. And then you drive off that leg into the ball. You're driving, you get back in the box here. We're not moving enough forward here. See how Tiger's body is actually ahead of the box at impact. We're back in it. So you are moving forward again, as you should be, but we swayed from the beginning. All right, so like I said, from this point right here, I'll draw a box here. You do have your powerful move forward right here, but you're still losing a little bit of power on the bat loading up. It looks like some of your weight's moving toward the outside of the foot rather than the inside. Balance looks really good. Finish looks great. But I want you to work on loading that foot. And I looked at both videos, of course. Everything looks great. Like I said, everything that we've worked to this point looks really good. Now it's what differentiates ourselves from the professionals. Now it's really what is making the difference, getting that extra power and stopping that sway. All right, a little drill you can do is putting a ball, practicing with a ball on the outside of this foot. You'll actually have it step, you'll step on this ball on the outside of that foot right there. All right, so this will prevent you loading up weight on that outside foot. It'll force you to keep it on the inside. So imagine Tiger has a ball on the outside of his shoe. He's kind of stepping on it. See how he's staying inside here. He's keeping the weight on the inside of that foot, then driving forward. Side note, notice how tilted he is still at impact. We're still tilted, but still just not quite as much as Tiger, as he's a little bit more forward. So again, I know you said you're working on keeping your hands ahead. This is kind of the last step on being able to keep those hands ahead. Again, just to put it in a different term, if you load up in the beginning and just as you do, you still shift beautifully, but you've just loaded up incorrectly. So you still shift good with power. We just want to shift from this position right here and then forward. All right, we want to shift loading up here, then going forward. Of course, this is already on your downswing. So actually, it's not really that big of a deal. Just work on that little drill and you'll see your irons will get a little bit crisper. Feel free to follow up with a question, as I'm sure you'll have one, or a couple. But this will be the last step. Really. Everything looks fantastic. You've taken instruction really well. Alright, Matt. Hit me up with the question. Thanks.